This is Eric Conklin, Deputy Chief of Operations with the Florida Division of Emergency Management with our State Watch Office Daily Situation Report for Sunday, December 14th, 2008. The State Emergency Operations Center is currently at Activation Level 3 or monitoring. Now for our statewide weather update. Warmer and more humid conditions are expected today. Flood warnings continue for several northwest Florida rivers, and a moderate to high threat for rip currents continues today along the Atlantic coast. Winds will blow from a more southeasterly direction today as high pressure continues to migrate off the U.S. East Coast, yielding partly to mostly cloudy skies along with warmer and more humid conditions. High temperatures are forecast to reach the mid to upper 60s over northern Florida, with 70s likely in the peninsula and Keys. Overnight lows will be in the 40s and 50s with the exception of the southeastern peninsula and the Keys, where lows will dip only into the 60s to near 70. Conditions will be quite breezy once again over the eastern half of the peninsula, where winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour are expected with higher gusts closer to the coast. A few fast-moving light showers moving north from the Gulf may affect the westernmost Florida panhandle. However, no significant rainfall or severe weather is expected. Moderate to strong winds from the east and accompanying ocean swells will maintain a moderate to high threat of rip currents along the Florida Atlantic coast. Heavy rainfall from last week has resulted in local river rises across portions of northwest Florida. Flood warnings continue for the Shoal River near Crestview, the Choctawhatchee River at Caryville, the Chipola River near Mariana and Altha, and the Apalachicola River near Blountstown. The average Keach-Byram Drought Index, or KBDI, value for the state of Florida has risen slightly to 426 on a scale of 0 to 800, 0 being very moist soil, 800 being very dry soil. Abundant rainfall totals across the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend last week from 2 to 7 inches have dropped KBDI values 100 to 300 points, with most locations west of Tallahassee having current KBDI values of less than 100. Rainfall amounts in the peninsula averaged around 1/2 inch last Thursday, which provides some relief to the drying soils. Rain probability statewide over the next few days will be around 30% or less. The State Watch Office will continue to monitor all weather threats and coordinate any state response activities as needed. Now here are some of the other things that we are currently watching. Lake Okeechobee's water level is currently at 14.15 feet. All major Florida ports and airports are open. All nuclear power plants within the state, along with the Farley Nuclear Power Plant in Alabama, are operating at 100%. All other sectors are reporting no issues. And now for our daily safety message. A GO kit, or disaster supply kit, is an important part of anyone's disaster plan. Today I'll go over some of the essential items that should be in a disaster supply kit. Water, at least 1 gallon daily per person for 3 to 7 days. Food, at least enough for 3 to 7 days, and it should include non-perishable packaged or canned foods and juices, foods for infants or the elderly, snack foods, a non-electric can opener, cooking tools and fuel, paper plates and plastic utensils, blankets and pillows, clothing, which should be seasonal and include rain gear and sturdy shoes, a first aid kit, any medicines or prescription drugs that might be required, special items for babies and the elderly, toiletries to include hygiene items, moisture wipes, flashlights and batteries, a battery-operated radio and a NOAA weather radio are very good choices, cash because banks and ATMs may not be open for extended periods after a disaster, extra sets of keys for your home and vehicles, books, toys and games for children. Important documents should be stored in a waterproof container, such as insurance records, medical records, bank account numbers, social security cards, etc. It's also good to document any valuables in your home on videotape prior to a disaster. Tools, it's a good idea to keep a set with you during the storm or in your vehicle as well. Make sure all vehicles are fueled and ready to go in case you need to evacuate. Pet care items, make sure you have proper identification and immunization records for your pets, an ample supply of food and water, a carrier or cage, medications, and a muzzle and leash. For more information on disaster supply kits, please visit www.floridadisaster.org. That's all we have for today. This has been the Florida Division of Emergency Management State Watch Office with your daily situation report. Thanks, and have a safe day.